Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tales from Tuatha. We're bringing you the stories of adventure, danger, loss, and heroic triumph from a land within our imaginations. Bringing you these tales today is Nerida the Drowned,
Hello.
Cora Hilltopple, Harbakir Tol Middleek, who is running it just a bit late, Lost, Thea Nyalo, who is also running a bit late. Oh no, she's here. Chance. And Welgwyn Woodbarrel. Thank you for being with us today to share in our adventure. Here is what happened last time. At the beginning of our last session, the party had just emerged from drinking games and shopping exploits, and had heard workers running from the mines to the northwest, shouting, "They're out! They're out of the mines!" The party rushed to aid, finding a bunch of small creatures strewn amongst the rocks in front of the mine entrance to the Lachri Mines. While dispatching these small, impish lizard and bear-like creatures, they heard a thunderous rumble coming from the mine entrance itself, from which emerged a giant, monkey-like demon. After slaying this demon, two more emerged, and though the battle was bloody and difficult, our heroes came out on top. But towards the end of the fight, a demonic figure flew in with red skin, small horns, and large black wings, and a very dangerous-looking spear, and helped slay the demons. He identified himself as Hollandar, the leader of the Workers' Rebellion within Brimshire. They talked with Hollandar for a bit, asked him about closing any abyssal gates that might be open within the mines, but he said that he needed to go and speak to his people in the town because he had revealed himself for who he truly was. The party rested at the mine entrance until nightfall, sort of healing up and regathering their use of the arcane and divine, and entered the mine at night, following a trail left by the large monkey-like demons. The party, while following this trail, heard a mumbling voice from a side passage within the mines. Following that voice, Thea sent her trusted companion Trogdor to investigate this passage, and while he was sort of entering the passage, sneakily, he thought, a beam of energy hit him and he became paralyzed and fell to the ground. Rushing to his aid, the rest of the party came to find Trogdor on the ground paralyzed, and while attempting to resuscitate him, they heard a great rumbling from the walls, and out of the walls emerged two horrendous creatures known as Umber Hulks. Lost turned into a rat and departed from the party to try to find what had paralyzed Trogdor and was continuing to fire beams of energy from the darkness. He found what looked like a small beholder and dispatched it quickly by summoning a giant pack of wolves directly on top of it that tore it to pieces immediately. Back in the hallway near Trogdor, Cora and Welgwyn finished off the Umber Hulks, but Alik, still confused by the beams from this beholder-like creature, accidentally smashed the paralyzed Trogdor with his enormous weapon, and felled him. Did not kill him, but rendered him unconscious with the blow. As soon as he regained composure, though, Alik healed Trogdor, and Trogdor was all right if disoriented and badly bruised. And that's where we're picking up today. So, Thea, your dragon just got smashed by your friend, Alik, who was sworn to protect you. You witnessed this. Trogdor doesn't know what happened. Upon regaining consciousness after being healed by Alik, he's like very nervous. You just feel telepathically like, oh no, what happened? And he goes and hides near you. wriggling around in your cape and just being very quiet, unusually quiet for Trogdor. Unfortunately not. Okay, so we can move on to the chamber over here.
I would like.
Okay.
No.
So
I assume lost.
Lost, your rat form sort of dissolves and reforms back up into your slightly demonic tiefling form, tail and all, horns and all. And you have dark vision, so you find yourself in this somewhat large opening within the cave. You notice around you there are definitely some non-natural features here. There's what looks like a sort of makeshift bed of some sort, perhaps some braziers, and maybe even books and shelves and sacks of goods. It's really strange. You did not expect to find this here. Okay. How are you lighting it? Are you going to use conjure bonfire? Are you gonna like try to find some fuel? So it's still dark here, and with dark vision, you kind of see in like black and white. Everything is kind of muted and odd. Looking into the bowl of the brazier itself, you don't really see anything. It looks like maybe there's some dust or ash at the bottom of it. Okay, so you say the magic words, and a roaring magical bonfire appears within the brazier, illuminating large portions of this room-like portion of the caves. Yeah, it's with that, it's a bit easier to see around. I mean, you see everything you see in front of you in tabletop. There's what looks like a table here. It doesn't look fashioned of wood though. This all looks like all of this furniture is molded or shaped stone somehow. It retained some of its natural features, but is very smooth. And as you go and sort of run your hands across it, it's very smooth, cold, dry stone. Same with every other piece of furniture here. The chair, the sort of bed frame holding a somewhat rotten at this point mattress. There's sort of like a shelf over here, a cabinet also made of stone. There's a bookshelf laden with books and small bits of parchment, also seemingly made of stone. There's this strange table. You think it may be a trough at first, but as you walk over to it and touch it, there's no water. What seems like might be the surface of the water is just hard stone as well. It's this strange kind of like table, but it's elongated. On that table, if you look, as you look just a bit more closely, you see blood stains and some strange, it's hard to describe, like rusty little bits of matter. They're difficult to identify without close inspection. Okay. How long does Conjure Bonfire last again? Is it 1 minute? Okay. So you look around a bit, and your bonfire goes out as you're leaving to rejoin your party. He is just kind of in shock. Trogdor's like wriggling around her legs. Stalagmites from the ground. They're mighty, so they grow upward. They hold tight from the ceiling. Okay. Okay, with all the light in the room, it's actually quite bright now. It's not quite daylight, but it's as good as, being in a well-lit tavern or library or home. And yeah, there are books aplenty strewn about. Seems a bit strange. There are some of these sacks over here too, which if you get close to them, you smell rot. Yeah. Okay, so Chance is going over to check out the sacks there. Oh. Miliki. Miliki knows all too well how you've burned so many books in the past. Okay, so any trap within range that is within line of sight. So you cast the spell, you appeal to Miliki, and nothing really shows up within this chamber that you can see as you're looking around. Okay. Many of the books you find are handwritten, which you know is from having consumed many, many books, is a bit unusual as not the printing press, but like some sort of printing block that allows people to mass produce books with moderate difficulty, was created some 50 years ago or so. So many of these books might actually be older than that, or else they're just handwritten tomes for some strange reason in modern day. A lot of the books are about rock formations or geology. There are some books about the Holdstaff Mountains themselves and the history of it. There are also books about demonic traditions and about Shar. Shar, uh, well, roll religion, I would say. Okay, 26. You know all about Shar. Shar is also known as the Mistress of the Night, Night Singer, Lady of Loss, or the Darkness. She is the evil counterpart to her twin sister Selene, and she presides over caverns, darkness, dungeons, forgetfulness, loss, night, secrets, and the Underdark. She is ancient and worshipped by many creatures of the Underdark, like Drow and Draugr. Also, Alex here if you want to like yell at him about smashing your dragon. Okay. No, that's fine. You also find on the desk, well, the sort of table that you assume anyone working here would have used as a desk, because it has a chair near it. You find a journal. Reading it for a bit, you quickly determine that the owner of the journal is named Thuriel, who seemed to be a wizard of some kind. Reading through it, there are many entries about travels throughout Toatha, seeking tomes of great power. Eventually, he writes about how he discovered a tome known as the Book of Darkness. He writes that the Book of Darkness contains spells long sought by scholars and great wizards throughout the land. He believes it has some connection to the Holdstaff Mountains, and so he travels to the mountains to unlock its power. You keep reading, you go through pages of travel until he finally reaches the Holdstaff Mountains, and there you find entries about how he spent many months researching the tome and learning Abyssal to read the text natively, and attempting several spells and rituals from the tome itself, noting that they gave him power over the darkness and dark forces and even some minor summonings and resurrection rituals. The journal explains how he created the spectator, he calls it, to guard his laboratory, and that he's taken to hiding the Book of Darkness within the shaped stone of my laboratory. The journal states that the Book of Darkness seems to bear several references to its master, who he calls Metakiori, though who that is to you remains a mystery. The journal ends with a passage explaining that Thuriel has finally deciphered a powerful ritual spell that had been giving him trouble for some time, though he's unsure of exactly what it summons. But he's decided he'll leave the Book of Darkness in his laboratory. You really can't tell. You entered the cave around like 11 p.m. or midnight. It's been some time since then. Sure, how long? No. Dwarves don't care what time it is, or they have clocks. Okay, Thea has been sort of just digging through the books and like speed reading everything with her super brain. Um, so Lost, you go over and are checking out this bed. It, like I said, the frame seems to be made of stone. It's certainly not a natural formation of stone. You don't. It doesn't even roll investigation. Okay. So you, this mattress that's on the bed is slightly decayed. It looks like it's been here a very long time. The frame of the bed itself is, like I said, made of solid stone all the way across. There are no seams, there are no interlocking pieces. It is a single piece frame made of stone. You don't find anything under the mattress or under the bed or pillows or coverings. Roll medicine. It's like that we get to make medicine rolls. Everybody's doing great. Okay. Um, so this matter, this like you can tell this is it used to be flesh, but it's not muscle, or there's not a lot of muscle left on it. As you closely inspect many pieces of it, they are these small sort of bowl-like shapes. Um, and you figure that they're eyes of small creatures, perhaps boar or sheep or something, maybe something that dwells within the caves that you're not aware of yet. But they're all eyes and like some connective tissue at the back of the eye. So actually, as Thea's read the journal, it does detail how he summoned the spectator, and he says that it was quite difficult, and that he actually required 4 tentacles from beholders, to severed tentacles from beholders. Summon
Oh,
it.
so
Though these eyes on the sort of dais here look too small to be eyes of a beholder. There are books on demonology. There are books about specific demons. Like I said, there are many books about Shar. Um, don't see any spells or rituals necessarily. Not from the books, no, that you've been able to find around here.
that?
Well, I'm assuming if it's a spell reagent, you just have salt. You have like a component pouch or something that has salt in it. Yeah. Okay. How are you checking it out? Are you looking for something in particular? Okay. Roll investigation. No, it needs a mouth. This spell says specifically. It needs like an actual functioning mouth. It's a good try.
It can be a skull though.
It can be a skull. Skulls have mouths, though. So you're investigating this sort of trough-like table thoroughly. Again, it's one solid piece. Don't see any. Actually, so with an 11? No, it's just one solid piece. It's smooth all the way around. Yeah, you remember that he says he's taken to hiding the Book of Darkness within the shaped stone of his laboratory. Roll Arcana, Cora.
Oh, Cora.
Too
I
bad.
was listening too. Right?
You're the one who asked the question. Okay. 17's pretty good. So you know that there are some spells that literally just create matter, and it just maintains there, and that matter is not itself considered magical. For example, like Wall of Salt just creates a wall of salt, and that's just salt. It's magically created, so if you do like detect magic, it will have a magical residue, but it is not itself magical, and dispelling it will not cause it to disappear. The altar is this sort of desk table, the bookcase, everything that's furniture in here on inspection looks like one solid piece of stone, which by all your reckoning seems like impossible without magic to produce. He did find traps. So while everything is more or less a single solid piece, I mean, this is a cabinet and it does have hinges. The hinges are molded into sort of the walls of the larger cabinet itself, but the doors are also separate. They're just placed perfectly in there. You don't see any pins or anything. The doors are just like part of the cabinet practically. It's very intricate and impossible to take apart without breaking the stone itself. Are you looking for anything in particular within this cabinet? There is quite a bit of just general dust from the cave built up on all of these objects. The books that Thea hasn't moved, you notice that as she picks them up, dust kind of just sloughs off them a bit. She has to brush it off, most of the books she's looking through. This place seems to be in disuse for some time. You mean like brighter colored? Oh. Roll investigation. One. So you're kind of like stomping around and like everyone's been kicking this dust all over the place. If there ever was... Oh, it's true. You can reroll once. Ah, lucky. Everyone's been kicking this dust everywhere. It's very hard to tell what happened here, if anything.
So presumably, since this wouldn't be stonework, or there wouldn't be any history attached to it, it shouldn't affect it.
So I'd like to look around the contents of this cabinet that Chance was just opening. Okay. After doing a bunch of acrobatics, apparently.
You didn't roll for those.
Yeah, that's true. I just what's inside this cupboard?
They're inside the cupboard.
Anyone want some new clothing?
I mean, what you got?
I don't know. What do I got? It's just robes and stuff? It's just robes and stuff.
Normal human size, so not us halflings or dwarves.
Is there anything in any of the pockets? I'm asking Lost, so he has to look.
I said let me check, and then I will roll investigation. Nope, nothing in the pockets.
You don't find anything.
I don't think I should look at things anymore.
I'm gonna examine the stalagmites and see if there's any like carving like carvings or carved holes or anything that could maybe be hiding something.
Okay, roll investigation. Everyone's rolling investigation.
Over here, is this a water trough?
It's
No.
a table.
Like a weird stone table
At
covered
first,
in
you kind of
eyeballs.
think it's a water trough.
Oh, that's what
but,
that is.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, and I feel like I may have missed something, guys. You might want to take a closer look at that.
So Thea, your
What,
the eyeball
your
table?
light is
Yeah.
emanating from one of these
All right,
stalagmites.
yeah, I'll go look at the
You're
eyeballs.
moving all around them. You're touching all the sides.
I can't hear you, Aiden.
Oh, hello.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, your mic's not working. for some
Hello.
reason.
Check.
There
There
you
we
go.
go.
There you are.
Sorry. Yeah. So you're moving all around. You're checking all the sides, and no, you're not really finding anything. The stalagmites are rough. They're very unlike all of the furniture within the rest of the workspace here.
Could I guidance a leak looking at the table as well, since I'm like
Yeah.
next to the table?
I looked at the eyeball table and I rolled a 19. So if she wants to guidance me, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure.
I rolled an 18, weighted 19.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
Eee.
So what you're using like stone sense to try to figure out what's going on with this thing?
Oh, I'm just investigating it. What I mean, so I wasn't here when Lost looked at it. He said I might have missed something. I'm sorry, I don't even know what the significance of it is, but it seems significant.
Okay.
So
It's some kind of like sacrificial altar, right? That's what we thought.
That's what we think.
So
We're
while
not really sure.
Yeah.
Alec, while you're inspecting it very closely, you're like, dusting off the top of it, you're knocking all around it, you're sort of doing all the normal dwarvy checks on a stone item. And towards the front, in the center at the bottom, you're sort of knocking and you're like, there's a hollow section here. Some alcove within this.
Do I see any like way to open it? Maybe a puzzle or a glyph or something? Keyhole?
Feeling over the front of it, you feel sort of rectangular section that only with your careful consideration can you determine is very slightly different from the rest front edifice of this piece of furniture. But you don't see anything that you think might be like a puzzle or particular.
Is it made of tin?
You bite it,
Oh, slot?
seems to be made of stone.
Well, we could try dispel magic to see if it releases whatever locking mechanism
I
there
wanna,
is.
yeah, let's just touch it first. I want to touch it. Is it solid or is it illusory? Oh, I bit it already. So never
Okay,
mind.
so you bit like the edge of the thing, I assume. You touch this section, you try like pushing on it.
Yeah.
No give, it's solid. Again, like if you tap it, it resonates very slightly in a way that like only your trained ears can hear.
All right. Can I take like a chisel to it? I've got a warhammer and pitons. Can I use that to kind of like try to chisel
Sure.
it open?
Yeah, I would
Or,
say
like, break a hole in it?
Ooh, I have a crowbar.
That's better. Look at that.
is it better than a piton and a warhammer?
Maybe not.
I don't think so.
Maybe if we get it
I think
loose.
to pry something off without destroying it, it's probably better.
There are no visible
but-
seams. It's just a
That there's no
flat
Oh,
face.
okay.
So how could we pry anything off?
Also,
I missed that.
why
with
not
my
destroy it?
Keen
you know?
ears.
Well,
Perhaps
actually,
we should
Worried
let
that maybe
Meredith
it will
decide.
destroy everything inside it if we
Yeah.
try to manhandle our way in.
Schrodinger's
I have no.
thing. No way to know until we find out.
We could have Nerida
Um,
cast Dispel Magic on the altar to dispel its form.
I'm a little nervous that might destroy like whatever is inside
The
there.
book as
Yeah,
well.
there's
as
a
well,
magical tome
if
in
there's
there.
a magical thing in there.
Ruin it.
can
Does
Um,
Dispel Magic dispel physical objects that were not magically created?
If they are magically infused, it can potentially like suppress their magical abilities, or potentially like destroy any magic that they're infused with. For example, like a continual flaming skull, there's a spell called Continual Flame that sets an object on permanent fire, and the only way it can be dispelled is with Dispel Magic.
But the skull would still exist.
Yes.
Just it
Yeah.
wouldn't be flaming.
Just
So
wouldn't be on fire.
in theory, the book would still exist, but any magic infused into it wouldn't be.
Yeah. Or if there's like a cool magic amulet or sword in there or something, like
Yeah.
it might just be a regular sword by the time I do
Yeah.
this.
So since Leaf can
We
hear
could al-
that, like, there is a hollow section, would you call that there is, like, loose earth inside that area?
What do you mean, is there loose earth?
I have mold earth, and I can target an area of loose earth, instantly evacuate it, move it along the ground.
Loose
excavate
earth
it
means
to-
like dirt, not like
okay,
stone.
okay.
These are
Got
solid stone, so yeah, you don't think you could
Dust
get
is
through
technically dirt, though. If there's any dust,
this. So
in
you
there,
can move the dust about within the chamber if there's dust.
Got
in
it.
The other thing we could try to do is collect some small animals and see if giving it some eyeballs opens the magical section
fuck?
inside. Because it's covered in eyeballs, like sacrificing
wrong with
whatever it
you?
is. Everything.
Quick reminder that Umberlee is technically like evil, I believe.
Yeah, she's not the greatest.
Yeah. Okay, so meta question.
Mm-hmm.
Mage hand doesn't say that it has to be line of sight. It just
Correct.
says within 30 feet.
That's true.
So I'm gonna cast Mage Hand inside where I think the chamber is
Okay.
and feel around.
So I believe you cannot actually feel anything the hand feels,
Oh.
See
which
if
you would
could
know,
knock
so you
it
don't have to
out.
cast it.
Well, it's a
I mean, it's a cantrip,
it's
so
not
might as well,
like-
yeah.
And
Yeah, like so I'm gonna cast it. I'm gonna sort of knock around indiscriminately, and then we're all gonna listen to see what it sounds like.
Okay. You say the magic words, you conjure the hand, and then you see Thea just kind of like waving her hand around in the air, and you hear from within the stone here.
Can you try pushing it open from the inside? Like maybe it's just snugly fit. It'll pop right out.
Yeah, I'm gonna push on all of the surfaces.
Your hand is pushing around, it's pushing. Nothing.
Doesn't seem to be moved by physical forces. I fear the only way in is to figure out the spell that holds it.
Or break it.
What's in these sacks?
As you approach the sacks, you recoil from the horrible smell. Perhaps you're a little more used to it than others, but it's still quite bad. Guess it may have been fruit and tubers and grains
His eyes.
hundreds
Sorry.
of years ago, perhaps.
Not eyes.
Decades or 100 years ago, perhaps.
So did my wolves leave any of the spectator that we can just splash all over this table?
Or some of his
Yeah.
eyes.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's true. They tore many of its tentacles off. They're kind of strewn about the chamber.
Also, question, you said the sacks once contained tubers. Did any of those tubers grow eyes? That might count.
None of them are growing.
I'll look for some eyes, I guess, of the spectator on the ground.
Okay,
I'll
roll
assist.
investigation.
Why? I thought it'd be medicine.
It's to like
anyone
find
helping
where
me,
they
or-
went.
I'll assist. Yeah.
Sacks full of eyes.
19.
You find all four of them.
Sweet.
No problem.
Alright. I'll take them and place them on the altar and see if anything happens.
Okay. Place.
Gently, ceremoniously.
Place them ceremoniously. You line them up in a row.
Yes, very meaningfully.
Nothing happens.
Oh well.
I'd like to take them if no one objects. We can keep using them for experiments, but at the end of this, I would like to take the beholder eyes.
I think it's a good idea to keep. I
Sure.
feel like the eye of the spectator is a pretty cool thing to have.
I'm gonna hold
As long
up
as
my
I don't have to
python and
touch it.
warhammer again, suggestively.
Okay with that, like breaking like a side of it, maybe not right in the middle, but kind of hitting it on an edge, trying to open it up.
All right. I'm out of
I'll
other
be gentle.
ideas.
We
yeah,
dwarves
I mean-
grow up working stone.
I
I'm
mean-
gonna back up.
I've got a
little
bottle of
bit.
blood if we want to throw a little blood on the altar for
Oh,
good
yeah.
measure.
Oh yeah, let's
I
try
think
that
let's
first.
try that
Yeah.
first, and then smash.
Pour all sorts of gross stuff on the altar first. Make
Yeah.
sure that's not
Ooh,
like the-
Before you do that, let's light both of the braziers all the way up, though.
Okay, that could be a thing.
I don't want to do that with my torch.
This is the result of everyone growing up playing puzzle games, isn't it?
Yep.
Do everything. All right. Yeah. So you light the braziers. They're emitting quite good light. Are you pouring some of the? You had a bottle of giant's blood and pouring it on
Right.
the altar.
Yeah,
Okay,
just a little bit. I'm keeping it for other reasons.
for a
but-
special occasion. So you drizzle
Yeah,
some
over the eyes.
over the spectator eyes. Sort of settles.
Nothing happened.
All right. Well, unless anyone has any other ideas, I think we looked everywhere. Did anyone look at this table?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's where I found his journal.
Smash away
Yeah.
then, I guess.
All right, so yeah, I'll place it on like the left side of the panel, and gently, try to smash it.
Ding ding ding. Roll dexterity with advantage. Should be good at
dexterity.
this. Just a dex check.
Use those thieves' tools. Oh well.
Hey,
Wasn't bad actually. 14.
Just 14.
Just 14. Let's see who wants to guidance me. Could I be guidanced?
Sure.
Erda invokes the cooling breeze of Umberlee's sea foam.
You get
giving
one
you
more
plus
point.
1.
Thank you, Helm, for that.
Well, you
Guidance.
feel like without the guidance, you may have sort of just like crumbled it in quickly and smashed everything all at once. Not sure how bad that would have been, but with the guidance, you're able to carefully chisel all the way around the edge.
Yes.
And you chisel in like a small notch at the top and carefully pull back the sheet of stone that was obscuring this chamber. Within the stone, there is a large book. It looks hundreds of pages thick.
Is Court of Spell still going? Just out of curiosity.
It's not a duration spell. It's
It's a one shot.
Never
it's a
mind.
boom.
But it would have detected a trap in there, presumably.
I mean, we couldn't see in there before.
Yeah,
but
it's only
okay.
with
Yeah,
the
line
sight.
of sight.
Sorry to interrupt the
Specifically called out.
description. Keep going.
It's okay. So within there is this single tome. It is black, cover to cover. Even the pages you see from the side are black, and on the front is a strange language that I believe you don't understand.
hey, Chance, you
Is it
can
primordial?
look at things right.
Infernal. I thought. What?
Alec, what languages do you speak?
I speak Dwarven, Undercommon, and Common.
Okay, so the language is strange to you.
Can you guys read this?
Is it primordial?
I look at it. Can I read it?
What languages do you speak, Thea?
Common, Elvish, Sylvan, and Undercommon.
Nope. Chance
Is
and
it-
Lost recognize it, which gives you some clue as to what it is.
Rock and roll.
Hey,
Well,
Is it
then
like
let's take a look at it.
metagaming? wait. Is it metagaming too bad to ask Welgwyn to check for traps because I don't actually know?
No, you can just
What
say
she does.
you can just say like, "Hey, Welgwyn, check this book out before
Hey
we do
Welgwyn,
things
would
with
you
it."
take a look in this chamber to make sure that there's no traps in there?
Yeah.
Run around. See what
You
happens.
gonna like scout the chamber, or are you gonna look at the book, or what are we doing?
Like the panel he just took off inside the altar to make sure that there's no traps in there. Since
When we
we didn't
re-
have line
if
of
we were to
sight
reach
when we
in.
cast a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we were to reach in and try to take out this book, is it gonna explode into flames like
Okay.
everything else does? Granted, this is not a syndicate place. I don't think, but
So at this
Poison
point,
book.
you're saying the book is still... You haven't removed it from its alcove?
we have not removed it. No.
Okay. Assuming you had. So you just see the cover with this strange phrase on it. Chance and Lost recognize the language. It is Abyssal. And you recognize that it says, "Speak the name of darkness," on the front. Okay, so roll investigation, Welgwyn.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Alec had said he was just holding it up and showing it to everyone. But
Oh,
I
can I
didn't
get it again, maybe?
ask if anybody. I never touched it.
Yeah, I
So,
don't think he did.
5 plus what?
1.
Oh, for investigation? Okay.
Yeah.
Everything seems fine.
Alright.
Well,
Should we
who
bless
made that
ourselves?
great a religion check that got
Yeah.
the
Could you
evil-
come and speak the name of the shadow goddess you were just talking about?
Shar.
Char. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
say it in Abyssal.
Will you say it? Oh yeah, someone say it in Abyssal at the book.
Yeah.
Just in case, before we pick it up, and then after, maybe. Again.
And I ready my weapons while all these people are just like wandering over to the book, talking at it.
Sure.
I'm not comfortable with the.
Well, yeah, I mean, sure, I'll take that on and just
Assume Alex takes a step back and Lost comes over.
just
Speak the abyssal name of Shar.
hmm
No noticeable effect.
Well, that was my guess.
All right. Let's grab it.
Yeah, let's grab it, I guess.
I'm gonna
Who's
pray to
taking the
helm.
book?
Should I? I don't know.
I'll grab it, but I think Thea's the wizard, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that seems fair.
I'm gonna grab it and give it to Thea.
Okay.
I'm
Also, she likes books.
You gonna
Can we
throw it
stick
at her? Or
next
are you
to
gonna...
the seed
Hey, whip it out our face.
in the box?
Sorry, what's that?
Can we fit it in the lead box? Oh, I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Seed is.
The lead box is
Yeah.
filled with the seed.
It's filled. Okay.
Sounds pretty
Let's
bad.
protect all the things.
The
Sorry.
lost seed.
Just put the book of darkness along with the death seed in a lead box. Nothing's bad gonna happen from
The
that.
little bow on it.
Sounds
Deliver it
safe.
to the Lacrimatus.
You should put the giant's blood in there with both of them.
Drizzled on top.
Then those eyes too. Why not?
Shake it
All the eyes in
like a
there.
martini mixer.
Well,
There you go.
let ferment for 7,000 years.
An
and serve.
evil teeny. Okay. Okay, Lost. You pick up the tome cautiously. Again, so if you look at it from the side, even the pages are black. It has that phrase on the front.
Speak the name of darkness. What if I just say darkness in Abyssal?
Okay, say the... Oh, tough. Nothing.
Maybe now
Yeah.
that the book is open, try to say the goddess name.
No one's opened the book.
Oh, I
Can
thought.
I roll a religion check to determine if the name of darkness means anything to me?
Sure.
I'll assist.
I'll roll a second one. That was 9.
Is your religion... No, you have a bonus, right?
Oh, 19. Yeah, I have a pretty good religion bonus
Figured.
because I'm clerical.
Clerics.
I don't know anything about religion.
Sucks. It's plus 4. 23.
I was just a
23.
weird sailor.
Okay, so... yeah, as far as you can tell, the name... Like, the concept of darkness in religion is associated heavily with Shar. Thea, though, who's assisting you, remembers in the journal there was another name mentioned.
Okay, I pick up the journal again and start flipping through to try to find the name.
Okay. So there was another name mentioned. The journal states the Book of Darkness seemed to bear several references to its master, whose name was Metakiori.
Okay, I stand over the book and say Metakiari.
As you say the word, the book hums a bit and rumbles in Lost's hands, who's holding it still.
I'm gonna open the book.
All right. The pages, as I said, are black, and the writing is it's all in abyssal. There are diagrams, and the text and diagrams are in this sort of deep red tone that, as you move the pages, flares into a brighter red, like fire almost. It looks like blood when motionless, and when you turn the pages, it flares like fire. And as you flip through the pages, you hear a whisper.
Can I cast Bless on her and the book?
No one else hears it. Just Lost hears this.
And,
Right,
and
but
I have the book in my hands. Not
Oh, okay,
Thea.
Lost. I want to cast it on whoever. I want to cast it on Lost. I want to cast it on Thea because she'll probably be reading it because she's crazy too. And then I want to cast it. Can I cast Bless on the book?
You can't.
Bless on the book.
Bless affects creatures. You can do some kind of
You can
ritual
also-
consecration type thing, but that would take some time and require setup and preparation.
All right, then I'll do myself too. Thea Lost and myself.
Chance can also read the book.
Chance can also read the book. You too.
Oh, you know what? Then
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Chance. No, I'm gonna do Chance anyway, just in case.
Thea lost Chance.
Yeah,
Okay, so not okay, yeah,
not myself.
not yourself. Okay, you're concentrating on Bless, right?
Yeah. For the next minute, read fast.
Yeah. So what's the whispers telling me? Kill everyone in the party.
Everyone?
Great,
Okay.
there's great power within. I can share it with you.
Yeah, sure. Let's do this. So I want to keep on reading.
Okay,
Your
so you
mother
read.
was a wood nymph, and your father was an elder dragon.
It's actually fairly hard to make out what's in the book. Since you don't have any clerical training or any arcane training, and you're just your magic is given to you instinctively by nature and through your adherence to the teachings of the Wild Mother of Miliki. You get the sense that these are perhaps spells and rituals. There are numerous references to Metakiri, but you can't really make it out that well.
Okay. Anyone got any paper or anything? Let me see if I can translate
I'm
a little
pretty
bit.
sure I
I
have
do.
paper.
Yeah, maybe.
I definitely have paper and ink.
Okay.
I pulled them out and set them on the altar.
So I want to translate a few portions of the book and then into
That
something
will
that.
definitely take some time. Translating even a page you think would take you 10 minutes or so.
We could take a short rest, or we could just take the book back.
I
The town.
drastically need a rest, so I mean.
Yeah, I also need a rest.
Let's rest.
Sure. Then
I think we should take what we want with us back to town. It doesn't seem like this cavern is in use anymore, but I think it's too risky to stay here with the possibility that someone could return.
Wait, we don't want to go back to town though because
Yeah,
if
we
it
want to keep going. I
plays,
think.
the demons might pour
Oh.
out the rift or whatever.
Well,
Yeah, we
then I
still
guess
have-
Out of the
Yeah,
cave.
we still have not found the abyssal gate that these might have been coming through, but I'm curious if this book it shows how this damn wizard
Thuriel.
Seems likely.
Yeah, I was to say I wrote it down. Thuriel. What Thuriel was up to down here? Because I think he's the root of whatever the hell's going on down here. Pun intended, apparently. Hell, that is.
Yeah.
So
then perhaps we should rest here and just
What-
take shifts.
yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it's probably best that we probably just set up camp here, and during some of the watches, I can take some time to translate a couple of these passages.
I do have comprehend languages, so if needed, it only takes me a minute to read one page of difficult stuff.
And then translate it.
I am absolutely down with Chance assisting or taking this on if he's going to do it any faster than myself. Also, the fact that he is a sorcerer, maybe he can. I mean, still, bestowed upon magic, but he's got a natural inclination towards it.
While this is happening, Cora, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, crap.
In fact, make 3 Constitution saving throws.
Oh, dear God.
Shit.
Well, yay. 1, 2, and 3.
What's your con mod?
Con mod +1.
Ooh, very. Okay.
I get to re-roll that first one, though.
Oh, that's true. Oh, very lucky. Okay. Cora, while everyone is sort of focusing on the book, everyone's looking around at the book, you feel as though someone is watching you. And you start to feel this, like, creeping rot taking over your body as your muscles go limp for a moment. You feel them start to decay within you. Fortunately, you're a hardy hillfolk, and you shrug the effect off.
There's something out there. I feel it creeping up my spine. Be careful.
Maybe we should head out of this laboratory.
Do I sense at all what if this is a magical spell or I guess
you didn't really notice what happened. Is everyone looking at Cora now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said something. Yeah.
And Cora, you're still looking towards everybody.
I guess so, yes. So I said it out. I guess I'm going to turn around and look behind me while I'm saying it.
Roll perception, everyone.
God.
We all have the best rolls.
Mine were really good. 18 plus 6.
It looks like Alik, Chance, I imagine lost. What's your bonus?
5, so yes.
5.
Even with my +5, I don't think I do it.
14 for Welgwyn. You guys see 3 really bizarre creatures. They all have a single eye and large spikes emanating from their spines. And on the left side of their body, they have sort of cracked skin in places that looks like fire is coming through.
Sorry, where are they?
They're all... I'll put them up in a minute. They're all basically behind you.
Oh, good.
From where you came in, they're all here, and they're all staring out at Cora. As you turn and look at them, one of them shrieks this horrible, shrill tone. I need everyone to roll initiative.
How long does Beacon of Hope last for?
It only lasts a minute, so it would have worn off by now. I could cast it again.
We're in combat now. It's too late.
So it's too late, yeah.
So question about Bless. How long has it been, and how long is Bless going to last?
Oh shoot, did everyone get...
Oh, you're doing it for us.
Yeah, Bless has ended at this point, I would say. Everyone's having that discussion. So, Harbakir no longer concentrating. Thing over here is messed up. Who's it? Lost, Chance, and Thea. Second to set this up.
Needless to say, I'm going to hurriedly shove the Book of Darkness into my backpack.
Okay.
Oh no. So I just lost my counter. Is there a way to get it back? Sorry.
Oh no.
It was behind. It's behind here now.
How did you?
Yeah, I hit it and I didn't realize the hide button would like go away. Oh no. I have no. Oh wait, never mind. Ew.
Yeah, it should never go behind stuff.
That's so weird. Why is it going down there? Well, whatever.
Yeah, it behaves a little strangely now. It's mostly better, but it's still a little weird. Okay. These 3 creatures appear.
Yeah, it's much better. You can't just grab it from like way below now, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fixed its size. Like, I fixed a bunch of stuff about it.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, we should take a short rest. Although I don't know if we ever would.
Yeah.
We didn't summon these, right? They just like showed up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that we know of. We were
yeah.
like saying the name of darkness with the book.
Yeah.
You were doing all sorts of hinky shit.
We were putting eyes everywhere and blood everywhere.
Drinking martinis.
I mean, now you know, Lost has a vibrating book in his backpack.
All right, let's get the initiative. Oh, we got some fast toes. Fast peoples. All right. Top of the round is Cora. Chances on deck. So, having felt this malevolent gaze and this necrotic energy flowing through you, you turn around and see these 3 creatures behind you.
Okay. What's my range on them?
This worked better. 20 divided by 2. So 22 divided by 2 is 11 times 5. 55 feet? They're close-ish.
Okay, so I would like to move back pretty much behind some people or behind the the altar if I can, and take a shot.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely still hit them from behind the altar if you want to move there. Let's see, how far can you move, though? It's 25, right?
Yes.
2, 3,
yes.
4, 5. You can go and move behind Chance. Position everyone in
an actual square.
actual
it's
tile.
also probably important since you can't see the board. They're like grouped up and have to funnel to get to us. So like a crowd control thing would work really well. Without getting...
Maybe. I don't know if it's worth it, and I think I only have one more cast of things left.
Okay.
A big thorn thing.
Red, green, or blue?
Blue.
Blue. You're not at... Oh, you're rolling a hit?
Someone else needs to roll for me, please.
What's your to hit bonus? 10? Oh, you crit.
Plus 10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Crit. So 2d8?
Yeah.
Plus 5?
Plus 5.
Too bad it
That
wasn't
doesn't double as well.
The d8 doubles. You do 1d8, right? So I rolled 2d8s.
Yeah, unless they count as beasts.
They are not beasts. So
Those
10
are-
points of damage as you loose your arrow from Velen's bow. It sinks into the creature. Just hisses a bit. They sort of... Let's see, what language do they speak? Oh. What languages? Does anyone speak Undercommon?
Yeah.
A couple people.
Thea does, for sure.
Thea does. Okay, so Thea, you hear them
I
speak
do
in
too,
Undercommon. Oh, Thea and Alec. You hear them say,
I
like,
also do, yeah.
give us the book. We're here for the book.
I think we summoned them, guys.
They want the book.
Well, the book's up.
They can't have the book.
All right, shoot again, Cora. Same one.
Same one, and I get an extra d6 for it being already damaged.
6 plus 10, right? You can't miss.
Yeah, that's crazy. Plus 10 is crazy.
16. That hits. For 14 points of damage this time.
More damage than your not crit.
The next arrow also sinks in to the creature's chest. It reels. Chance, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna get a better angle on these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go right there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, my human shield. And thing.
Your tiefling shield.
Tiefling shield.
And I am going to cast Frostbite, my cantrip, on blue.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Is Frostbite a resist?
It's a saving from hand. 15.
What's that?
It's a
Con save?
Yeah, it's on excuse me. Yeah, if they fail, they take full damage or half damage.
Con save, so 15 DC con.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, it succeeds. So, on a failed save, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this chilling mist forms around the creature, and it just kind of busts through and shakes it all off and hisses at you. And again, in Undercommon, the book. That's it?
Yeah, I'm down there.
Okay. This one. Let's see, what can they do? Okay. Chance, make a con save.
Ooh, 19.
Yeah, no problem. So again, this creature with its single large eye gazes at you now, and you feel this creeping rot starting to overtake you, but you just you shrug it off. That brings us to Thea's turn.
Okay, I am going to jump up here. And I'm going to cast Web. One, two, three, four, five. Right there.
Nice.
Okay, so they all have to make a dex save, I think it is.
I think it is. Let me check. Web. Yeah, Dex 16.
As you say the magic words, you make the motion, you crush a bit of spider web in your hands. These enormous webs spring out and stick all over the ground to the nearby stalagmites, and some of them make it up to the ceiling. Each creature starts its turn must make a dex save. Okay, so when they start their turns in it.
Okay.
They're 15 plus 3. Welgwyn, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move up. What meter is that?
You can move through friendlies for free. They essentially stand aside.
Okay, and then I'm going to shoot it red with my short bow.
All right, roll the hit.
Ooh. Well,
It's 8.
Plus dex plus 3, so
Oh, yeah.
okay.
11?
It would be 10, right? Because you rolled a... Okay, yeah.
Your dex is 4, right? Your dex
3.
bonus? Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
no.
yeah, 10. So yeah, you loose your arrow. It goes just wide to the right as this creature dodges out of the way, and it shatters against this large rock formation here.
Cool. Can I hide?
You can't hide in plain sight. You have to be
Can I, like,
obscured
move and
from
hide?
enemies.
Or-
Well, you already moved your full movement, so you can't move again. What you
Alright.
could do in the future, you probably don't need to be that close to use your short bow, but you might, if you're trying to get into melee range, that's not a bad idea to move there, especially if they're going to be webbed. So, but yeah, you can't hide where you are. You have to be fully obscured from all enemies to hide, or at least from the creatures you're trying to hide from.
Also, as a halfling, you can hide behind allies, so you could have used stealth and then moved out there to make the sneak attack.
That's
Okay.
true. Just things to keep in mind. So next is, let's see.
Well, she's a thief, so she can still dash or something if she wants to. Or a rogue, I mean.
Oh, that's true. You can use your bonus to dash.
You're hungry?
That's true. You
Okay.
can still move.
All right. Can I dash to behind Chance?
She is.
Big man.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, maybe you're a bard. Maybe not. Are you a bard?
No, I'm
Well,
a
let's see.
sorcerer.
Blue's making a
then
dex
definitely
save. Sorcerers ain't so bad. Everybody likes con. What's the DC on web? It's 15, you said? 16?
Actually, I think it's 16.
It is 16.
It is.
Okay, so it fails. So it is restrained. It's free.
Which one was that?
That was
Blue.
blue. I'll mark it now. So this one, oh, of course it doesn't work. Tries to move and just ends up catching a bunch of webs and gets caught in them and is sort of being held aloft, struggling against them. It's going to try to break them. Also do on its turn. Nope. Struggles against them hopelessly. Green, also affected by the webs. Try to dodge through them. Nope. Going to try to break through them. Yeah, it's going to try to break through them. Your spell save. Nope, it is also restrained. Oh well. Okay, so these two are restrained. And they use their turns, so that brings us to Lost.
Okay. So Nerida, what's your HP at?
12.
Alec, where are you at?
He's at 13.
Yeah.
Alright, no more. You can't communicate with people like this.
Fair enough. I'm right next to them.
How you doing? Not so great. How you doing?
Yeah.
Not so great.
So I'm going to do a cure wounds on Nerida.
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Roll heal.
That's 1d8.
Roll your heal damage.
And that's +2. So yeah, so 6
Your spell
Not much.
mod's only +2?
for that. Yeah.
Oh, isn't it not wisdom?
Or cure wounds. Yeah, no, it just says it's 1d8 plus 2.
Oh, okay. Yep.
It specifies 2? I thought it was supposed
Well,
to
he's
be
using D&D Beyond, so it's not like a constant 2. Yeah, so you put your hands on Nerida's back, and the healing energies of nature flow into her. You want to move?
No, I'm gonna stay right here.
No bonus action. Nerida's turn.
Alright, what am I gonna do? Move here. And I will cast Spiritual Weapon at green.
Okay, so you'll summon the tiara.
Yeah, it's advantage, right? Because he's restrained.
Yeah, it is a melee spell attack. Are you summoning it in the webs?
It's not affected by anything.
I understand, but where do you want to put it?
It has to be right next to him, so like right in front of him. That's 18 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Let's put it in this one.
Okay. So with a flash of moonlight and a slight bit of ocean spray, the tiara appears and digs into this creature for
13 damage.
max damage. That was green?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will toll the dead at it. Has to beat 16.
Okay.
See if it's immune to necrotic or whatever.
It's wisdom to beat?
Yeah.
Oof, no. Big no. Roll damage.
$17 damage.
Dear God, okay.
And then I'm gonna back up again.
The toll, the oceanic toll, reverberates through its head, and it's struggling against the webs. You see sort of this dark blood flow out of its head. That brings us to Harbakir Toll, Mit Alik. Bottom of the round.
All right. So, so after the last fight, was pretty much everyone damaged, or
I think.
I
didn't get touched.
Yeah, I think most people
Got fucked up.
Okay,
So-
then I'm gonna cast my is it mass healing word? Does it just affect everybody?
I think
think
it's
it's-
6.
Max 6.
Yeah.
All right.
And what's the range on it?
6. I think it's just 30 feet. I'm gonna move and then cast it.
Trogdor is also unhurt.
I don't care about Trogdor.
Oh yeah, and
I mean, no
Trogdor
offense.
hides on Thea's
obviously
turn.
you're the one who almost murdered him.
Yeah, right? Oh, it's 60 feet. Cool.
Was
All
precariously
right,
close.
60 feet up to 6 creatures. So I'm going to move here. Chance is fine. That's something we could have known. So I'm going to heal everybody except for Chance.
I'm actually fine as well, so.
Well, you know what? One of you gets a heal.
I mean-
You know what? No, let's throw it on Trogdor then.
He-
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Healed against your will.
Yeah. That's just 5. Everybody gets healed 5,
Okay.
including Trogdor. If he's damaged, because he probably is.
No, Trogdor is healed to full.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah.
So I moved 3. Oh gosh, laggy. 4, 5. Oh.
Can you move 6? You move 5, right?
I can move 6. I have nimble or squat nimbleness.
Oh,
whatever it
okay.
is.
That's right.
And then I'm going to cast on myself. I'm going to cast Virtue, which is going to be.
That's a
some
bonus
number-
action cantrip.
It is no. The heal was a bonus action. This is a full action,
Okay.
but it's a cantrip. Yeah. So that's 6 temporary hit points,
Okay.
and that's it.
It's quite a lot. Top of the round, Cora.
Okay. I guess I will take a shot at red.
All right.
And
And roll to hit.
yeah. zone roll.
Oh, yeah. That hits. Is Red injured? Just a D8 plus 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Loose the arrow
And,
again from Velen's bow. It sinks into the creature. Again?
Yes.
That will actually miss. This time, not quite so sure of your aim. You fire, you loose the arrow, and it gets caught in the web next to the creature and snarls at you.
Okay. And then I'd like to move the rest of the way behind the pillar.
Behind the pillar here? Okay.
Or behind the table, I guess, behind the altar at the far left.
Okay. Yeah, Chance, you're up.
All right. 20 feet. I'm gonna move a little back from where I was. Right about here. And I'm gonna try and hit red again with frostbite.
All right, so it's a con save, and your spell save DC is
15.
Oh, damn. Just can't get frost to stick on these creatures. These clouds form around it. It's bizarre. Belabored breath shows in front of it, but it shrugs off the frost. Without too much trouble. Anything else?
No. Not right
It's
now.
unfortunate. Okay. It is Red's turn. He needs to make a dex save against these webs. That will succeed. Awesome. Okay. Where's my coin? Okay. Four moves here.
Protect!
Up against the wall, and he's gonna swipe at Welgwyn. First attack with disadvantage. Alec moves in with his shield to block. Definitely would have missed anyway, but that's a fumble. So the creature swipes out with its claws. Alec, you jump in front of your compatriot Welgwyn. You smash its claws away with a shield with this incredible force, and it reels backwards and hits the wall behind it, and can't manage to get to her at all this turn. That brings us to Thea.
Okay. I am currently concentrating on web, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Ray of Frost at red.
Okay, roll a hit. You say the magic words, you swirl your hands, you point your finger, and this ray of chilling energy emerges.
And then I've got +8.
+8 is 17. That hits.
Yes.
Roll damage.
2d. What is it? Sorry.
It's D6.
1d8. Right?
Should be 2 because you're level 5, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
All your
you're right.
cantrips power up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2d8. One.
All right, so that's 15.
Where's your second d8? I only saw one. Saw 6.
It's a 9 and a 6, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, the 9 was to hit. Roll another d8.
Oh, sorry. Thought I clicked it twice.
7. Yeah, I was like, you can't roll a 9 on a d8. Yeah, so 7.
That's why you're in charge.
Okay, so as the ray of frost splashes against this creature's chest, this sort of seared, seems like it's seared almost, this frostbitten area of its chest emerges. That brings us to Welgwyn.
I would like to attack it with my short swords.
Go for it. Hit twice.
Can I reroll one of those?
Nope, only on ones.
Oh, only once. Okay.
What's your bonus to hit?
Um,
At least 5, right?
Proficiency plus dexterity, right?
Yeah.
6.
There you go. You hit with 1.
Cool.
That's
And that's a sorry,
right?
I think it's a D6.
D8.
Let me just double check.
Or
D8?
D6. Yeah, D6. Sorry. 6 plus Dex is 3.
Yep.
7 points of slashing damage as you slice into the creature. It reels back against the wall.
Sweet.
Can move. You can hide. You can dash.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh gosh. I'm gonna move back, like right behind you, Chance.
Okay. It gets attacks of opportunity as you move away.
Doesn't she disengage from having hit it?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Sorry, you get a free disengage for being mobile.
Awesome.
Never mind. Catch.
Remember how much trash you talked about that ability?
God, mobile is so broken. Crazy good. So you still have your bonus. You could hide, if you want, behind Chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide behind Chance.
All right, roll 20 for stealth.
All right.
Seven
And then
plus
plus 6. So 13.
6. 13. Okay. You hide. You did a middling job. Feel okay about it. That brings us to... Let's do blue. Let's see. Blue is gonna just struggle against the webs. Try to break free. That will do it.
Damn it.
Let's see. Lightly obscure. Let's save. They don't count as rough terrain? Oh, they are difficult terrain. Okay. Five. Not sure where it went because you can't see it. Green is going to try to break free from the webs. Pulls against them. Nope, just tugging. Muffled shouting noises. Stuck there. That brings us to Lost.
Okay.
8 swarms of rats.
I do have one more summon animal nuke in me, but I'm gonna save it for a minute. I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna move like. Yeah, there we go. And I am going to. What web has a modifier for it being flammable? What is it?
It's flammable, so if you catch fire, the webs will burn, and then I believe any creatures caught in the webs will catch fire as well, and I think they take like D4 damage per turn. 2D4 damage per turn.
I'm trying to. Is that what it is? 2D4? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the webs burn away after a turn.
Yeah, any 5 cube foot of webs exposed to fire burns away in 1 round, dealing 2d fire damage to any creature that starts its turn in the fire.
Okay, so I am going to do create bonfire. Gosh darn it! Right up on green here.
Okay.
And he will take 2. Yeah. So he has to do a dex save. Well, of only 13.
He's restrained, so he automatically fails all dex saves.
So then it's 2d8 damage.
He's combo. There's too much.
Wrong for their
They're pretty
Oh,
good.
nice. 13 damage.
13 damage as the magical bonfire appears beneath this creature and starts searing it from below. It looks very hurt.
Does it smell delicious, though?
The fire... It doesn't smell very good. The fire burns the bizarre flesh off of its bones. That brings us to Nerida.
Alright, I will hit green again with my spiritual weapon.
Well, we'll find out. But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you
I
probably will.
to hit him with the spiritual weapon.
I know, I'm just joking. Sorry.
And from get 2 9s plus 8.
That'll hit.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can't not kill this.
6.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah, I want to cut off his eyeball head
Okay, so this
with my crescent moon.
as it's struggling against the web, it stretches its neck, and you see the opportunity. You're like, go! And the tiara flies through its neck and disconnects the head from the rest of its body. Its eye grows incredibly wide, and then sort of dims a bit. And the head and the body are still suspended from the webs. They're just sort of jiggle about in the dangling webs.
Very good. Alright, then I will come here and cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay, so all about you. Sorry, what creatures appear?
Mermaid fairies.
Mermaid fairies. These spiritual mermaid fairies appear. They sort of dance and look as if they're jumping through imaginary waters, splashing bits of sea foam everywhere. So nothing happens until its turn, right? For spiritual guardians. That brings us to Harbakir Tol Middleek.
Okay. I think I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself at level 2.
Okay. Oh no! Everyone got DC'd.
Maybe if they're still there.
The whole
Hello?
no, I think we've all gone
Everything
now.
just
Yeah, I just
crashed,
got kicked.
but I do have actual dice in front of me, so hold on a second.
Oh no! Oh shit! Disconnected from server. Hopefully there's an
Okay,
autosave.
They were both 3s, so you got 6 for your 2d4.
Good.
Yeah.
6 plus 3.
Technical
I healed 9.
difficulties. Oh yeah, everything is down.
Yeah, it
It's
all
still
died.
streaming?
Oh, are all the TTS servers down or no?
Doesn't look like general chat.
No, I think
Is it
it's
our
like
internet?
our
Well, 'cause
internet.
We're still on
There's
Zoom.
Still on
Yeah.
Zoom, yeah.
Zoom. Okay.
Alec got a 6 on that thing that he was trying.
yeah, he rolled real dice for me, like equivalence.
Mhm.
Very good.
Fancy.
That was to heal, right?
Yeah, I healed 9.
Healed 9, okay.
And then I'm gonna run up and and punch him. Oh
No,
no!
we're all connected.
Oh, how?
Wait, down there. No. Close enough.
How did that happen?
Yeah, you selected everybody.
I guess so.
Technical difficulties.
Ba-ba-da.
All right. So I'm gonna run over and punch this guy with my Crushinator.
All right. Roll to hit.
Oh no! I
It's
clicked roll and
minus
everything.
1 to hit.
Yeah, -1 plus 5, so
So-
plus 4.
14.
No, it actually rolled. Okay, yeah, I'm frozen.
Yeah, it rolled.
So someone roll the. If it actually hits, roll the D8 for me.
Okay, so you bring up the Crushinator, and it's heavy. You swing down with it, and does not connect. Just barely missed.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay, top of the round. Cora's turn. Cora.
Sorry, weird noises in the back of the house.
Okay.
I want to make sure I'm not going to get murdered while I'm sitting here playing Dungeons and Dragons.
That's a good call.
That's
I
it,
will shoot at nothing. Is the yellow
Yeah,
one
you don't
still
have line of sight to red.
there? Okay. So I'm going to, I guess, move forward then.
All right.
So move me up next to, I guess, the nearest character I can kind of hide behind. And I will ready in action to fire my arrows at the red one if it comes into range. So would I get two shots?
You
for that or
actually
just one?
can see it from here, so you can fire from here if you like.
Okay, sure. So I'll fire at it.
Okay.
And someone please roll for me.
I'm rolling. That's 10 to hit, right? Oh, the
Yeah.
first shot is a miss. I'm assuming you're firing again.
Yes.
Same thing, 2 3s in a row.
Oh my
Sorry.
gosh.
Maybe you should roll your own dice. So,
Yeah, I should.
Last round he got a 3-2.
your first shot.
Did crit out of the gate though.
You're sort of aiming around your friends and stuff, and your first arrow ends up directly in the padding of the bed here. The second arrow goes a bit high. You're overcompensating, and it goes just over the head of this creature, smashes against the stone in the background. That brings us to Chance.
Okay, I'm actually gonna talk to you guys instead of myself this time. You know what? They're gonna take some frost. They're gonna take some serious frost. They're gonna use frostbite
Never give up.
again, ever.
Where
Not once.
the Batman, the Schwarzenegger puns. Chill out.
You know.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Oh God.
Actual lines.
Yeah. Okay, so who are we hitting? Red
Red.
with frostbite.
Yes.
See how well I can roll this time. I think that fails. What's the DC?
15.
15. It fails.
Perfection. So that is 2d6. All right.
D6, and I think it gives it disadvantage as well, right?
Yeah, on his next weapon
Back.
attack.
Okay, as the cloud of chilling vapors coalesces around this creature, small cracks form on its sort of chitin-like skin on one half of its body, and it chills out, as it were. That's red, right? For 10?
Yes.
Oh, shoot, my HP's...
Oh no.
Add that much. I really... Anyone in chat who is here, please post how much HP those guys had. I'm kind of making it up. Okay. You still can move. You have a bonus action, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna go chill right over next to this brazier. I don't like being in crowds.
Okay. That brings us to red.
He takes Spirit Guardians damage.
That is true. What's the
And his
save?
speed is halved. 16.
Dex or Wiz? Oh, it
Looking
fails.
up. Wisdom.
It fails bad.
Okay, cool.
What's damage?
3d8 radiant.
Damn. Spirit Guardians don't play.
23.
Okay, it is extremely dead. That's near max damage. You're one off max.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Almost been making
I
up
want
for
the
all my
mermaid
horrible
fairies
rolls.
to jam their little fingers in its eye and like tear it apart.
Okay, these mermaid fairies sort of serenely splashing around in the fake water, suddenly bare fangs and all dive at this creature. They're pulling its eye out. They're digging into its flesh with horrible, nasty teeth that seem to have appeared out of nowhere. And they just tear the creature apart where it stands. That brings us to Thea.
All of the creatures are out of sight, right?
That is correct. You saw it like move behind this rock formation here, but you don't know where it went.
Okay. I investigate the rock formation to see if there's a way we can follow it.
Oh, it just went like back behind here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought it was over.
Didn't like sprint and run away or do anything crazy.
Okay.
It's just in
Okay.
combat, moved back.
He's just hiding it over here, so we don't know which square it's in.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can't see it, but it's somewhere. Well, I dropped the webs.
Okay. The fire abates as well.
And it's somewhere. It ran behind this big rock here. Okay.
Yeah, it's like here somewhere.
Then. Where?
Concentrating.
I think I can move up here. Here, maybe. Right?
5, 6. Were you 2 spaces behind Lost, or
I
what?
see him now.
Roll perception. This will take your action to look for him, basically.
Okay. Oops, I somehow rolled twice.
We'll take the first one, because we can
Okay.
do that now. So what's that total?
11, perception, 14.
Let's see. No, you don't see it back there. That brings us to Welgwyn.
Okay, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna move up. And see if I can see it back behind there.
Okay, roll perception. Look for it. Takes your action too.
And that's +4.
12.
So 12.
Don't see it, just rock back here. It's pretty dark over here too. Do you have dark vision as a halfling, or is that halflings have that or not? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I do.
Yeah.
Does that change that I couldn't see anything?
Nope. Okay, so creature emerges from the stone here and is gonna attack Welgwyn. Since it was
Bummer.
stealthed, it's gonna do it with advantage.
Oh.
16 to hit. What's your AC?
Count.
13.
So it hits. Takes 7 points of slashing damage as its right claw digs into you. Second claw going in. That hits. Or sorry, it's only 1d6, don't worry. 7 points of damage again as its second claw digs into you. So 14 total of slashing damage. Still up?
Yeah, half health.
Okay. That brings us to Lost. This thing keeps whispering, "The book, give it to me."
What are we gonna do with this guy?
I think you should give him the book.
I'm going to approach that far, and then I'm going to use Thorn Whip on this guy.
Okay.
Whip it.
Is it?
Touché.
Is it you roll a hit, right? It's an attack.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yay, you can pull it forward.
And it's +7, so it's 15.
Oh, 15, that hits. Roll damage.
Oh, great. God damn it. It does 2.
Does 2, and you want to pull? Like the double ones.
I mean, you could see my, like, mermaid fairies floating in front of you.
Hand in hand.
Yeah, no, I will,
Do you pull it 10
will-
feet?
Yep, 10, up to 10 feet closer to me. So yeah, I'll pull it the full 10 feet
All right.
towards me.
Pull it past. Unfortunately, Welgwyn does not get AOs on things that are moved against their will.
When does it take damage? When it enters the area?
What does
Would
it say
be-
for Spirit Guardians?
It's a
Let's
little
see.
misleading, but I think we decided that it's on its turn.
When the
I guess-
creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Oh, it entered, so
Oh,
takes damage.
Sweet.
Yeah, pushing things around with Spirit Guardians around is no joke.
yeah. We should just get like 4 people with poles and just pull them back and forth.
15 damage.
As the ravenous mermaid fairies dig into the creature, squeals and yelps, still caught in the midst of the thorn whip, that then retracts from Lost's hand. That brings us to... who's that? Lost? Nerida?
Okay. I will move this guy here and hit it in the face, hopefully. Let's see.
That's a
Oh,
good
by the
one.
way, it gets a chance to make a wisdom saving throw again.
19.
Oh, that's true. It has a
Yeah.
whiz save against the Spirit Guardians for half damage, right?
I assumed you did it.
I forgot. Call. What's the DC?
16.
16. Oh, fails. 18 hits. You might have... oh my god, really? And we're back. Sorry everybody about the technical difficulties. As the dust settles from the battle, Nerida has just decapitated the last of these bizarre creatures using her Tiara of the Moon, her spiritual weapon, Umberly. The dust settles. The webs disappear, dropping the third corpse to the ground. The head rolls around a bit on the cavern floor. All is quiet again.
Hello.
I suggest we get out of here.
Agreed.
I agree.
Wait, did we already try throwing one of the eyes on the altar?
No.
Well,
You want to?
Lost.
got what we
Roll.
wanted out of it.
I'm
Yeah.
curious
Lost.
to see what'll happen.
Sorry, before anything else happens, Lost, roll a con save. Or sorry, a strength. Roll a strength check with disadvantage. Okay, well, that's going to be bad.
Great.
Okay.
Uh,
You are knocked to the floor by some unseen force. And where you had stashed the book, everything just kind of spills out onto the floor. Spirit Guardians is still up, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Its movement is halved as well, for whatever that matters.
I think it's more like it's the book acting on him, not
Maybe, but I thought I would bring it up just in case it's an
Definitely.
invisible monster.
Just in case somebody's
something.
invisible, yeah.
And
semantics.
let's check in something here. What's everybody's passive perception?
I think mine is 16. I always forget how you.
Mine's
figure that out.
16, so yours is
Wow.
Mine's 18. 18.
15.
14 for me.
13.
It's such garbage. It's 12, but yeah.
Who's
Oh,
this,
okay,
10?
Tim's is worse than mine. Good.
Yeah.
Tim?
I'm on 10.
So everyone but Chance. Say 10 minus 18? Everyone but
True,
Chance
18.
notices, like, as Lost falls to the ground, and all of his belongings that he's, like, quickly jammed into his cloak kind of spill everywhere out on the ground. The black book, the Book of Darkness, seems to, like, lift for a moment and then disappear. Here.
Like fly away or just vanish?
Could I
it-
do anything?
Raises from the ground momentarily and then vanishes.
Because my action didn't get used in combat.
This is
Okay.
after combat. Everything is
Okay,
over and
that's fair
done.
enough. Just trying.
Okay. And everyone but Thea and Chance, you hear what sound like... Whoa. You hear a loud barking. You hear what sound like footsteps. And you, as you glance over by where Lost was, you see like little poofs of dust like appearing from the ground, headed away in this direction.
So I think it's definitely
Chase
relevant that whenever this was inside of him.
Someone stop that invisible thing. When can we like do stuff? Just out of curiosity.
No, you can do stuff now. We're not in combat,
Okay.
but
Was
So it's been
whatever-
pointed out to me. I'm going to pursue it.
all right, you are furthest behind for sure.
um,
You do see this, so you could like start chasing.
was whatever it is his movement halved if it needed to be
Yeah.
halved because of spirit
Yeah.
guardians?
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay. Do we have an order? Or we stay in the same initiative order or what?
Let's just say in the same initiative order, sure. So Cora, move
I
up.
guess I'm doing a double move.
Okay. You can move
I'm just gonna
5
follow
more.
the rest of the group.
Or that was your double move, yeah. Or no, you can move 5 more still, right?
Yeah, I think so. I wasn't quite all the way behind it anymore. I had moved
So
up.
you can move to like here.
I wasn't behind it anymore. I had moved up.
Yeah, I saw
was
that.
more like
I saw that. So you can move from here to here with a double move.
okay. And do I get a bonus action for like perception or seeing the footprints or whatever's out there?
You cannot do those with a bonus. That would be a full action to try to perceive on your turn.
Okay.
So
So I
Chance. Yeah, Chance, your turn.
Okay, so I just start. I moved myself too soon. I'm just gonna creep up here next to Thea.
Okay. Just stay.
Yeah.
Okay, Thea.
I'm gonna follow Cora. Do I see the footprints?
No.
Okay,
Do
so
not know
I
where
guess
they
I'm
went.
just gonna follow Cora because I don't know where they're going.
Okay. Well, Gwyn.
I am going to scooch up right behind Thea.
Lost. You've been knocked over, so you have to pick yourself up, which takes half your movement. So you have 15 movement left. What do you want to do? Oh, you're muted. Trying to talk.
I was saying but because I'm trying to figure something out.
Okay.
Theoretically, so this is now I'm willing to do this, but if I summon a creature with blind sight, they should theoretically be able to.
Blind sight just means you don't need to have vision. It's true sight can see through invisibilities. Blind sight just means you don't have eyes necessarily, but you can sense things like kinesthetically.
Okay.
It should be able to sense it if it just because you can't see it though, right?
That's kind of what I was thinking about. But
I think so. Can blind sight see invisible? Sight detect invisibility. Yes.
Okay.
This is just like Quora.
I mean, that's what makes sense to me, but
Yeah, that does make sense. It's because it's a special sense that does not rely on sight. Let's see what Jeremy Crawford says. Yes.
Okay. And now
according to the D&D gods. Yes.
Looking at the things that I can, because See, this is why I need to get the fun deck of things that I can pull.
Yeah.
Well, what I'd like to do then is I would like to summon 4 dark mantles.
Dark mantles.
Yep. They have blind sight of 60 feet.
Oh yes, these things.
And
these are not. Wait, how are you summoning these?
They show up as something that can be summoned through.
Really?
Conjure animals, which is weird.
Because they're not animals.
Disagree.
They're monstrosities.
Okay, well let me take a look. Let me look at the list again. I don't want to hold everything up, so because it's just beasts with a half challenge rating, and they continue to show up even though I do see what you see.
It'd be weird if they. Let's see, where's summon animals? Does it specifically mention them in summon animals?
No. There's a bunch of other descriptions given, but
yeah, I think this is considered Fae beasts. Yeah, I would say you can't summon dark mantles. Like, probably you've never seen them. Well, roll nature to see if you know about dark mantles. How about that? Doesn't seem like something you would have encountered, but maybe you're very lucky.
Actually, hold on a second, because before I go that far down, do these? Oh, they have stealth. Why is this showing up? God, the internet is failing me.
Oh no.
I'm trying to filter things, and I'm like, wait, wolves are in here. Wolves don't have blind sight. What the heck? Though that probably does. Hold on. Then that might be reasonable for me to have seen. What about bats? I would imagine bats probably do.
Certainly you know about bats. You even saw some in the Hollowwood while you were there.
Yep. Summoned that. So, blind sight 6 feet. Yeah, so I'm going to summon. How many? What's your challenge rating? I'm going to summon 4 swarms of bats.
All right.
And
Let's don't have any bats on standby. So again,
I'm sorry.
we'll go to chess pieces.
I'm just gonna say it. Conjure animals seems like stupidly strong.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's 3rd level, keep in mind, so
And this is the only other time I could, because I used it once at the beginning of the cave, and then I used it now, and this is all I can do until we take in the long rest.
how many of them did you summon?
So these they have actually they're quarter challenge rating, so I can summon 8 of them.
Do you want to summon 8?
Yep, I will summon all 8.
What's the range on it?
30 feet flying.
Is that their
No, the
speed?
range on the spell.
Oh, the range on the spell is. Where are you? Conjure 60 feet. So yeah, I wanna conjure them 60 feet in front of me, further, since they're giving chase.
It's like here.
Yeah.
Less. Okay, they're these. You wave your arms around, you say the magic words, and invoke the spirit of Miliki, and this huge swarm of flapping, squeaking creatures, rats with wings, appear in the cavern in front of you.
And they have a blind sight of 60 feet.
Okay, and roll for their initiative.
And they're as a group.
Yeah, I
11.
would just roll for all of them as a group.
Yep.
+2, so 13.
Yep. Oh yeah, they're right with me.
And they're faster than you, hilariously.
Ah.
It's 2 decks. Now, okay. Big thing then is they're friendly to you. Roll initiative. They obey verbal commands that you issue to them. If you don't use any commands, they defend themselves, but otherwise take no actions. All right, so there are all these bats. Lots of bats. Nerida.
Move. Half, right? So I can
Yeah.
go, what, that far?
You can go 3 tiles with 15 feet of movement.
So
Okay.
that's it.
Nerida.
I got pretty much nothing, so I'm gonna dash. With the bats, and
You
I'll
can
bring
occupy
my.
the same tile as the swarm of bats.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, then I'm just like with the bats, but I.
Okay.
Do I see anything? Does it take my turn? to
You would.
try to find.
You
anything?
don't see anything at a glance. Also, it's dark here, and you don't have dark vision, so
Yeah.
you're like running into you run around the corner, and you just barely don't knock into things over here. You run into a few of the bats on your way through.
I still have spirit guardians as well.
That's true. How long does that
So it
last?
I think it's 10 minutes.
Seriously?
First time on a turn if she walked into range of this thing.
Yeah, so it'll take damage and be slowed.
Yeah.
Speed.
Okay.
So that'll be the second time it's taken damage from spirit guardians if it's inside my.
It's
And wisdom
true.
saving.
I'm debating whether or not spirit guardians can just hit an invisible thing because it walks.
Just says range. The
I know what
magical
it says, but it's very vague.
It's also very strong. Almost as strong as this crazy summon spell.
Spirit guardians versus invisible enemies. Let's see what Reddit says. Rules as written would say that it does, but yeah, that's fair.
Oh
okay.
no, hold on. When you cast a spell, you can designate any number of creatures that you can see to be unaffected by. Oh, never mind.
To be unaffected by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just assume that you designate all your friends at any given time.
Right.
Yeah.
But not if you don't like them. very
Okay,
much.
yeah, I think they just like swarm around you and like do they do radiant damage, right? So they're just like passing through things, burning them with radiant damage. All right, yeah, roll damage.
Did it take it before as well?
Go ahead, and roll damage twice.
You gotta roll saves for it too, because
I am rolling.
29.
29 total.
Total, yeah. So if it saves on either one or the end, you can like cut it in half, you know, for that one.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And it lasts 10 minutes too. It's so good.
Yeah.
And you could use it with that spirit hammer. It's crazy.
All right, that brings us to Alik.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When I'm right here, I have dark vision. Can I see anything? Can I see the feet?
Do you
balls or
want
whatever?
to take your turn to look for it? Take
Can I
your
use
action?
a bonus action perception?
No, only action.
Yeah,
Such
I'll
thing.
do that.
Okay.
Do I? Oh, I got to roll.
Gotta roll. It doesn't just happen.
My passive is like 16. I figure that's pretty good. That's like 19.
19. No? You don't really see anything. You saw the footsteps. You're not sure what happened to them. They were going off this direction.
Okay. I don't really have anything else I can cast as a bonus action, so
Okay.
anything I want to cast as a bonus action. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a chance here. You hear something, like a voice echoing throughout the cave. It's a little hard to place its origin. It's just like you're in this cavern and the voice echoes off the walls very easily. Everyone who was sort of tracing the footsteps, they disappear. And
My bats have advantage on checks that involve hearing.
that's fine, but they don't communicate with you, so you don't know what they're thinking or feeling.
Well, they're supposed to be trying to find this thing. Whether or not they're communicating with me, they would go
Can you
towards
tell
the
your
sound.
bats to find an invisible creature? Would they know how to do that?
Yes,
Maybe.
because they're not actually bats; they're fey creature
They are a fake creature, but they're not smart.
that have taken the form of bats.
Yeah, but they're intus too. Like, they're dumb as hell.
Well, how else would they
bats-
follow my? How else would they follow my verbal commands?
Yeah.
They follow your verbal commands magically. Like, because they're fake creatures. But that doesn't mean they're intelligent enough to, like, understand what an invisible creature is, necessarily. Like, difficult concepts like invisibility might be confusing for them. Okay. Top of the round is Cora.
I'm here.
It's your turn. The footsteps that you were following, like, you hear a voice clearly casting a spell, and then the footsteps disappear.
And the swarm of bats didn't really uncover anything for us.
Oh, I mean, the bats haven't had their turn yet. There's just a huge swarm fluttering around the cave. You can barely see in the dim light.
I guess I will expand a spell of first level to detect creatures in a radius. What are the types of creatures?
Locate. No, not locate creature. What spell are you casting?
It's a natural ability of the ranger.
Oh. You don't know what it's called?
It's not written on my character sheet, unfortunately. Primeval Awareness.
Primeval Awareness.
Spend a spell slot to spot aberration, celestial, undead, fey, elemental, fiends, and undead.
Okay. So you spend your spell slot trying to detect those things. You detect that these bats are fey. You don't detect anything else.
I don't sense anything out there. It may still be there, but I fear that we may have lost the creature. And I guess I will move up another 5.
Okay. Right behind Nerida there.
Yeah.
Chance, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna come hang out with a leak. Right here. Do I have anything that could show someone? No, I'm just gonna try and see if, since I have dark vision, if I can catch a glimpse at all of this creature.
Okay, just search the area.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll.
18. Yeah, 18.
Just flat 18.
Yep.
Scanning around, you don't see anything. Nothing really looks out of place. Pretty good scan, though. You notice the footsteps. They go to here, to this tile exactly, this spot. And then they, turn around. And then there are no more that you've noticed. So they turn to be, facing this way. You can also, speak as a free action on your turn, if you like.
Alright. No, you know what? I'm gonna stay quiet.
Okay.
I have no idea what this thing is.
Thea, you're up. Do you have Thea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did anybody see what direction it went in last?
It seems to have stopped right at the choke point of the cave and has turned around, but I don't see where else the footsteps move.
I am going to cast web 30 feet back from where the footsteps turn around.
Okay. How many more? Web's 3rd level, right?
Second level.
Okay, you probably can then, yeah.
Yeah.
Just curious, how many more second level slots?
Yeah, I have I've got 2 second level slots left and
Okay.
2 third level slots left and a bunch of first levels.
Say the magic words, you concentrate on forming the webs, and they appear, sticking again to the ceiling and floor, and everything in between would be caught by it. Don't notice anything. You don't notice anything in them.
I was hoping if it's a wizard who's harassing us that they'd used Misty Step to jump back 30 feet.
See, it's 20-foot cube, so it's 4x4. So where is it exactly? Right.
I thought it was a 25-foot cube. Oh, it's a 20. You're right.
It's
so
like
I was putting it right between those 2 pillars.
Between... Yeah, go ahead and draw it. Or I'll draw where I think you want it. I thought you wanted it like here.
Yeah, starting there, yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you don't notice anything strange in it. You can still move, and you already spoke, so. Okay. Stop. When you move here, you round this corner, and you slam into something.
I slam into something.
You
okay.
just bump into something kind of soft. Unfortunately,
Okay,
you can't grab it. Unfortunately, you can't grab it because you already used your action this turn, but you kind of like bump into something and stumble backwards a bit.
Do I bump it into my webs?
No. You just sort of knock, you like bounce into it, and you feel it kind of like push you, and you fall back into this space. She already spoke, so but you can see her like walk and like bounce into something that isn't there. So, Welgwyn, your turn. Seen that.
Okay, so since I saw that, I would like to move. It's right where it's like here, right? It's here?
Yeah, that's where Thea bounced off something.
Okay, so I'm gonna move. No, that's not me. I'm gonna move over here. And
that's where it is. So
no, that's where it is. Okay, so I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna stab this square with my short sword.
Swing around.
Can I just sort of hack at it?
Invisibility just gives you disadvantage.
Exactly. Yeah. So
and having a friend nearby gives her advantage.
What?
Having one of her friends within 5 feet of the target.
Only if they're threatening, and they're not threatening. I don't think you get like flanking bonuses or like threatening bonuses against something you can't see. So that will miss. Roll your second attack.
Okay.
Okay, you're swinging around in the air, swinging.
All right.
You're not sure what you're swinging at. Bats. What are bats doing?
Okay, so...
Oh, well, you've given them an order, right? So what order did you give them? They act on their own.
Yeah, well, they're supposed to find the non-friendly.
Okay. Find the thing that isn't visible. Find the thing that you can't see.
That shouldn't matter to them.
It doesn't matter because they're blind sight, so they're not using their eyes.
Well, but they're just... No, I understand that. I'm just saying. They have blind sight. Do they have normal sight as well?
I mean, they're bats.
Blind sight is just how they see things, like how they detect the world.
Right.
So they should just be able to see this guy.
Yeah, but they like don't have an understanding of what's invisible or not. They do. They are friendly, right?
But it doesn't matter that he's invisible.
Exactly,
like they can't tell.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if they don't perceive him as invisible, like it's no different from the rest of you, right? But they are allies. This is really hard to figure out. Yeah. Okay, so they all. How far can they move?
They can go
30-foot fly.
Yeah.
And they can double move, so they all swarm around here. They're tweeting and flapping, and And bizarrely enough, like as they swarm around this creature, they are kind of obscuring it a bit, but you see like a faint humanoid outline in, as the bats fly around, they're avoiding hitting this creature. Lost. What are you up to? Yeah, exactly. The negative bat space.
I am going to. I'm gonna set that cube on fire. Since my bats are flying, I don't really. They should be fine.
Okay. I mean, they are flying like within range of the fire. Will probably hit them. But you're okay with that? I'm gonna say it will hit. It will hit them. They're like flying low enough to the ground that this fire will affect them for sure.
Only that one swarm.
Okay.
Entangle, it would cover a huge area.
Yeah, I know, but then he has to.
Conjure no metagaming. Come on, it's not fair if you're in the same room.
Oh.
Conjure bonfire on the ground here. Conjure more bats. Is it concentration?
It's not. That's the thing.
It is. Conjure animals is concentration, yeah.
Is it?
That's why I kept trying to hit him in the other fight, because I'm like, oh, it's concentration. If I can hit him, these wolves will go away and stop killing everything.
Oh, yeah. So actually, then I do not want to do the bonfire. Thank you.
Oh, because the bonfire is concentration?
It is.
Okay, so no bonfire.
No bonfire. So then it will be entangle.
Isn't entangle concentration?
Yeah,
entangle concentration too. You're right.
Whip it.
You're just gonna have to yell about it.
Whip it good.
Yeah, let me see if there's anything else I can. Actually, there is something I can do.
You can punch it.
This isn't concentration. I'm gonna thorn whip at that area.
Okay. Fortunately, the only creature between you and there, besides the swarms of bats, I'm gonna say it has 3/4 cover, so you have -5 to hit. But you can go ahead and try.
Also, conjure bonfire is not concentration.
I didn't think it
Yes, it
was. I thought you could set it and forget it.
Create bonfire, concentration up to 1 minute. It's listed right here.
We're gonna say it is. I mean, that makes more sense to me.
I don't see where it says concentration.
11
So
plus
that's 18, and then
-5
so
is 13.
so 15.
No, 18 minus 5 is 13.
Yes.
We know math.
Oh my god, that hits. Roll damage.
Okay, and this is 2d6.
Yeah, roll 20 seems to be wrong about at least a few spells.
So it's 6.
And you want to pull it, I assume.
Technically, yeah, I want to. I mean, I want to pull it. So I guess I'm going to pull him into Welgwyn.
Welgwyn, you're like this creature that you were swinging at gets pulled into you, and you both topple over into a pile on the floor. You feel its like pressure atop you. Actually, roll a strength save.
Oh no.
You can't really see it coming, so yeah, just roll a strength save to try to not fall over.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I have -1 strength, so what is that?
6.
Okay, great. So you're both like, you feel this, it feels like a body, like just falling on top of you. As Lost pulls whatever creature this is. That brings us to Nerida.
Alright, I'm gonna... I don't know, can I give my creatures commands? Like, can I tell them to knock him out and not kill this person? Or you can decide if I can. That's my intention, right?
You can.
Oh god, I don't know why I'm up in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is in the things.
Alright.
And
roll damage on Spirit Guardians. It's not bad, maybe. It's wisdom, right?
Yeah. Has to beat 16.
Nope. Alright.
That's 18 damage.
So, this is interesting. Okay.
And I haven't even taken my turn yet, technically.
So as you move up, the Spirit Guardians are dancing about, and they're searing whatever creature this is. They're also searing the bats, because you did not designate them when you cast it.
Yeah, sorry.
So
bats.
it kills bats. Kills all of them.
They're all within 15 feet?
They're all within 15 feet.
Sorry.
But sort of appearing atop Welgwyn is this woman dressed in dark clothes. Very fine dark clothes. And some of you recognize her from earlier in the day, during the demonstration, when you had finally arrived at the Lachri Mines Manor. Oh no, am I losing everybody again?
No, not this time.
Just Doom is good. Okay. Just Chance. We'll get back. Okay.
But it looks like they're frozen, so yeah, they're gone even in
Cool.
the conference.
The internet is a great place on this day. Yeah, so apparating in front of you, sort of draped across the top of Welwyn, like, you know, completely obscuring her nearly, is this woman who some of you recognize from the demonstration earlier in the day. She stood behind Donatello and occasionally whispered into his ear as he spoke. She's
Are we like still
unconscious.
in combat now that she's unconscious?
No.
Alright, I'm going to walk up to her and I will cast Spare the Dying, which will not make her unconscious, which she's no longer bleeding out or anything.
Wait, maybe we should.
Well, she was
I
just
also wanna
unconscious.
tie
Okay,
her
I see. Okay. So you want to
Yeah, where are those
stabilize her?
shackles?
I want to stabilize her and I want to tie her up with my sailor knot tying skills.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like 100 feet of various ropes.
Cora, don't you have
Well,
some
I'm tying her
shackles?
up. We can also shackle her, but I'm tying her up.
We got the materials for it, but Alik still hasn't technically made it.
Okay.
Have
He is
prepared it.
ring.
Fair enough. So you tie her up,
Yeah.
cast Spare the Dying, or otherwise stabilize her. You can just use like a medicine check to try to stabilize her as well if you want.
I mean,
dying
Spare the
for
Dying
one.
just works.
That's fine. It's a
Yeah,
cantrip?
it's a cantrip. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean,
yeah,
it's
she
not very good,
stabilizes.
otherwise.
Yeah, it's not very great, but I took it, so we're using it.
So she's unconscious, she's tied up.
Alright.
I'm gonna help Welgwyn to her feet. Also,
Sorry, Walgren.
now that we're out of combat, and I'll apologize.
Lift her
for-
off of Welgwyn.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
also
guess-
going to take the goddamn book back from this lady.
Okay. Roll. Well, no. I mean, she's unconscious and tied up. You
She's
search long enough,
unconscious. Yeah,
you'll find
exactly.
it. Yeah. Okay, so actually, roll investigation.
Can we
I
like
want to
all
roll
help?
to see if she has any weapons.
Is anyone
Or like-
proficient in investigation who wants to aid?
Yeah, because you should, because I just rolled a 1.
She stashed that book real good, I guess.
So you definitely find the book. You find the Book of Darkness. It is. She has like a small bag with her, and on a quick search, you find just like a couple perfumes, some like very standard makeup, but it's like a very fine makeup that nobles might wear, and the Book of Darkness. You can't really assess how expensive the perfumes are, not necessarily.
Rich lady, I can assess what I want. It's not made of tin, I know that.
Roll to be sure
does
it's
she
not
have
made
any-
of tin.
Does she have any weapons and stuff on her? And can I do an investigate to see if she's any weapons, maybe amulets? Stuff like that's my tin roll. But
Okay, so searching her. I mean, so Lost already searched her.
what did Lost search her for though? The book, right?
For the book.
That's true. Okay, fair enough. If you're looking specifically for weapons or whatever, you can search her.
Weapons, amulets, magical, obviously magical paraphernalia, wands. You know.
Okay.
That.
It seems that she's wearing leather armor. I assume you're not going to try to take that off of her necessarily.
I mean,
You could.
Is it
but
better
would
armor
take
than
some
what
time.
I have?
It appears
cut
to
it
be leather armor. Like it's finely dyed. It's black. It's inlaid with just some like swirling patterns. Actually, at the top of it, just below where it rests against her collarbones, there is a symbol of an eye with a single tear dropping from it. And she also has a dagger and a mace that is black. It's this very hard metal, and it is black in color.
Well, I definitely, I'm not trying to be the only person to take all of her belongings, but I definitely think we need to take these weapons away. So if somebody wants them, I mean, a black dagger, that sounds neat. I'll take it.
Yeah, you can have one for the time being.
On her hand also is a ring, again with the symbol of an eye and a single tear dropping from it.
Taking the ring off, holding that a little bit. Not gonna put it on yet. That's a dumb idea.
Does anybody know anything like silence or anything like that? I don't know what
do not.
wizards can do.
I think we should take her armor off. It's just wiser.
Cautionary. Yeah.
It might be magical too.
She's already unconscious.
You're muted.
Sorry, Thea, you said you could put her to sleep, but she's already unconscious?
But she's already unconscious.
Right.
So it seems kind of moot.
Kind of pointless.
I'd rather wait until she wakes up and then put her back to sleep if we want.
So to remove her armor, it's actually like under several other layers of clothing. You think it may take some time to remove, at least 1 minute if you do it really skillfully, but it may take longer.
We'd also have to untie her, right? And untie her back up.
I mean, you tied her really well, so.
You would have to untie her hands, yeah, probably. Hold her arms out.
So, if we want to take off her armor, I say we remove everything else from her, all the rest of her belongings before going in with
this
that,
stripper,
including the rings.
Do we recognize her at all from anything?
Yes, you recognize her from. You missed this. You recognize her from earlier. Either I guess it's the previous day at this point. During the demonstration, you made it to the Lachri Mines estate. She was behind Donatello, whispering into his ear. And you, having been in town for some time, know that Donatello has a sister.
Oh, Donatello gonna be pissed. Donatello was the big noble guy that hired us, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, was he making demons in his own mind?
Maybe for the insurance purposes.
And he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for us meddling kids.
Meddling kids.
He's hired.
It does seem really odd that this is just here at the kind of beginning of his mind. Gonna put that out.
It's not. You're fairly deep into the mine. It took you it took you like 2 or 3 hours to get here from the entrance of the mine. It's pretty far in.
Okay.
Yeah, but we should probably remove all our protective stuff. I mean, you know.
Yep.
Some modesty, but like.
All right, roll dexterity.
Somebody else roll dexterity.
Thought you were doing it.
Wait, Welwyn.
Oh, does somebody else want to do
saying
dexterous work?
I mean, we have 2 thieves more or less. We got Welgwyn and Chance.
Cora's definitely a thief, so.
Welgwyn, you feel like
Sure.
like taking her clothes off?
I can take this lady's clothes off.
Not her clothes, just
This is why we play D&D, everyone.
You know.
If there's any girls there, I want to do them.
We knocked her out, now strip her. Okay, go. Roll dex.
We are the good party after all.
Plus 3, so 17.
All right, you have no problem getting it off. It takes the normal amount of time, which is a full minute, to remove all of her clothing. Not all of her clothing. To remove her armor and leave her clothing on.
What color are her underoos?
Obviously black. Guess that without even
like
telling.
her soul.
Like her soul and the rest of her wardrobe.
Okay, so now that we've removed her
they are
armor,
silky white.
Oh.
I like that you had that ready to go. But anyways,
I know everybody's panty colors.
Who's saying Lost is wearing any?
Yeah.
Well, I knew that. So
now that we have removed her armor, Nerida, you should rebind her hands before she. Any chance of her coming to.
Bind her back up real good all over.
I mean, she's unconscious. It's no trouble at all. You're skilled with a rope. I'm not even going to make you roll for this. Like,
sweet.
Bind her quite well. Still unconscious.
So now what do we do?
Yeah, so
I thought maybe we shouldn't just slaughter her, but
so Chance Welgwyn, you've been in town longer than any of us. I know we saw this woman at the Donatella?
Yes.
Do you have any idea who the hell she is?
More than I have an idea. Looking at Lacrima's sister.
Well, I don't suppose we can take a take his sister disrobed out of the mine into town very easily. We probably need to figure out what the hell we do, though I really don't relish spending any more time in this cave. Or in this mine.
Not disrobed, disarmed and disarmored.
Hey, if she's down to her silky white underwear.
No, she's not. We saw them.
You had to remove her outer clothing to get to her armor, and then you had to remove the armor. And
let me put it back on.
Let me put it on.
Nice guy. Good guys.
Okay.
Put it back on.
Baldwin did a good job. Put her clothes back on. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we should take her out of the cave and set up a camp and maybe get Hollandar to talk to us about the situation.
Yeah, anything that has us coming out of this mine is probably a good idea at this point in time.
Before we relinquish her to Lacrimatus, I can just disguise myself as her and wear her armor.
Oh, that's a good idea. That could be her brother and talk to her about, how did you get tied up? What were you doing in there? Did you get the book? What's our evil plan? Remember?
Both work.
I forgot.
Also, as a side note, Welgwyn must be like crazy strong because like changing a baby is hard enough. I weigh a lot more than the baby, not the other way around.
It's more she's small, so she can like maneuver and fit, and you know.
I'm just naturally.
I'm just gonna leave that hanging.
Clothes off.
Yeah.
Taking off ladies' armor.
Proficiency
in a jiffy. Yeah.
Okay.
Roll for panty dropping.
Jesus. So yeah, Chance, that's probably a good idea. How long does that? How long can you assume her identity?
I can only look like her for an hour. I would have to also wear her armor in case anybody were to run into me at any level, so I look like them.
Did you hear her speak earlier? Can you mimic her voice?
She did not speak at the labor strike. She only whispered to Lacrimatus.
Yeah, you guys haven't heard her speak, actually.
Okay. Well. Okay. Let's get the hell out of this mine and maybe set up camp just outside of the entrance.
You could mimic her brother and pretend to find her.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Ooh. That's what I said earlier.
The only reason I say that I should turn into her, though, is because if we have her armor, I can make myself look like Lacrimatus, but if she touches me at all, she'll just feel my robes instead of his armor.
I mean, we could try taking some of the clothes that are in this cabinet here. Yeah, if they hang out here.
Pay attention to what the hell Lacrimatus was wearing? I don't remember.
He had a similar black armor, if I remember, to this. Mostly chain. Well,
if we leave her tied up and you stumble across her as Lacrimatus, then, just don't get close enough for her to touch you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll be believable enough, though. I mean, she's not stupid, presumably.
Yeah, would he be the only person to come in here? He had so many guards with him as well.
We could all lay down and be knocked out. Just so
we don't even know that the Lacrimatus ever come in here. Like, she might have followed us because she has plans for this book. They may not even be working together.
Yeah.
There's too many for it.
The lead box that we have, could the book fit in it if we decided to temporarily switch the two? I know the seed is dangerous, but
the seed's about the size of whatever a mango is.
The book is significantly larger than the seed.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Is I don't think it would fit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did we get the book?
In case the
book disappeared.
I got the book.
You recovered it from her. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we proceed to the mouth of the cave. We keep her tied up. If she wakes again, I'll cast sleep on her to keep her unconscious until we at least get to the mouth of the cave and set up camp. And then we can put her in maybe one of those tents that was abandoned outside the mouth of the cave by herself while we figure out what we want to do.
Sounds good. I'll carry her.
Before confronting Lacrimatus, if we choose to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll like lift her up over my shoulders.
Okay.
I'm walking right behind with the Crushinator, ready to
Ready to crushionate.
Right
When
across
she
the
tries to stab me in the ribs.
cast a spell or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can I bind her mouth?
Yeah.
Before I pick her up? Alright, I bind her mouth so she can't talk and
Yeah,
say
she
her
had a
dumb
reagent
spells.
She had a reagent. I want to take that away.
Are you putting like an
It took
actual
everything
gag
away.
like into her mouth, or are you like putting a just cloth over?
I'll like make a gag out of something. One of the
Out of
roses in
rope,
the
presumably.
cabinet or something.
Okay.
So she can't talk.
The rotten fruit sacks.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
so
get some
gross.
one of the tubers. Just shove that in.
No, I'm gonna make it out of robes because I'm
Killer.
not that mean.
How about one of those spectator
It's
eyes?
already done.
Just pop it in there.
We are getting gooder and gooder by the minute here.
Yeah.
Best heroes. Okay.
It's the most heroic.
Heroes.
Most heroic.
So yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
I move at half speed with her, but you know, whatever.
So it takes you some time, given that Nerida is carrying the body of who you assume is the sister of Donatello Lachri Mines. There are symbols on her armor, and she has a signet ring, which you've taken. You've taken both her armor and her ring.
And other stuff.
And other stuff. It's no problem at all, especially given, Cora tracking and Lost aiding as well, to retrace your steps back to the entrance of the mine. And as you emerge into the daylight blinds you momentarily. You've been underground for some time now, and it is just... the sun has just finally finished rising. It hits you right in the face as you exit the mine, staring directly at you. You hear, "You there! Stop! Hey!"
I knew that was going to happen.
And running up to you, you see Donatello Lachri Mines flanked by 8 Townsguard. That is where we will end for tonight.
Whoop whoop.
As soon as you said the sun's in your eyes, I'm like, there's going to be someone out there.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Lachri Mines with a bunch of guards.
Thank you all for our viewers who joined us. Thanks to the players who come and indulge me once a week for 3 hours. And good job stripping that unconscious woman.
We got all your NPCs.
So just as a side note, I was looking on Etsy for little D&D miniatures, like you do, and it's disturbing how many bound naked women miniatures.
Oh
there are.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to put in the
every
cage, right?
other
Yeah.
item.
The goblin cage has a bound
They're
woman
all
in it.
naked. They're all
All bound. It's also one of the first Skyrim and Fallout mods that gets made every time
Yeah.
as well. There's new.
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Okay, so
like naked. I don't know. The thing that upset me was that they were both naked and tied up. It wasn't one or
Right.
the other. It was always both.
they're blood sacrifices. This is typical. This is a Tuesday for a necromancer. So, anyway, thank you all for being with us for another session of Tales from Tuatha. We'll see you next Sunday at 4 p.m.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.